Google Sites, we are going to use Google Sites for our Art Foundation's portfolio websites and hopefully beyond, so that you will end up using this site for if you take drawing class or metalworking or graphic design or painting or anything else. You can keep adding to your Google site all through your OPRF career and possibly beyond. And then you can use this website as a portfolio to either apply for college, apply for a job, or just show off, show your family and friends your work that you've done here, all your artwork. So this is yours to make your own. So let's get started with how to set this up at the beginning. So the first thing you're going to do to get to this Google site web page is you're going to go to Google, and you're going to click on the waffle and you're going to scroll down until you see sites. So once you go to sites, click on that. It's going to take you here to this first page. You can see I already have a site that I've started. You're just going to have templates here. You can click on the template gallery and pick any one of these that you'd like to start with. Doesn't really matter. They're all completely editable and changeable depending on which one you pick. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick. Let me try. I've never done this one before. Let me try team. So I'm going to click that one and you'll see how this loads up. So you can see here that it does a default template to start off with that's got some extra stuff on here. By the time you are done with your website and you turn it into your teacher at the end of the semester, you want to make sure that you have all default images and all default text gone. This should only have your images and your text on it by the time you're done. So the first thing that you want to do is set up the name of your site. So there's two spots right up here. You have right here where you're setting the document name, which is like what you see in Google Docs or Google in your Google Drive. That's where you're going to find that file name right here or document name. And then right here is your actual site name. So really they can be the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead right here where it says team, and I'm just going to change that to something that is simple. I don't want to put my full name in. This is going to be in the website address. So I want to keep it simple, but I also don't want to give away my full information. So I'm just going to say my initials, VW Art. Or maybe Art Portfolio if that one's already taken. So I'm going to stick with that for now. And then I'm going to say enter site name, and it automatically brings the same thing down. If it doesn't, just go ahead and type the same thing in there. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to go to publish just to make sure that I get this set up first. So say publish, and you're going to have this pop-up window. All right, so there's my web address. It doesn't like that I put a space in it, so it put a dash in it, and it shows me down here that this is going to be my website address. If you don't want that dash, you can delete it and have it just be one full name like that. I like the dash there, so I'm going to leave it. And it gives me a check mark and says, yes, this is a good one to pick. So I could just go ahead and say publish right here, but I'm going to first push manage so that you can see here, you can share this with people if you need to or want to, but you don't have to. And then links vary. If you click that change button right there, you can see you want to leave this draft restricted on here. That's fine. And then right here, it's now published to Oak Park and River Forest high school people are the only people that can see it. So anyone that has an email from the high school can access your site. I would suggest putting it on public. If you really have a reason why you don't want it to be public, that's fine, but you're going to need to put it on public if you ever want to share this with colleges or anyone outside of the OPRF network. You can always go back and change that later, though. I'm just going to do it now because I don't mind it being public and say done. And then I come back to the same screen. I don't want to check this because it's saying that it's going to take me out of a public search. If you don't want a public search engine to find you, you can go ahead and click that. That's fine. But I'm fine with it finding it in a public search, and I'm going to say publish. All right. It is now publishing my site, which means it's live for other people to see. But what they are seeing right now is just this default site. So I need to go in and edit it. But the first thing you need to do before you start editing is Actually, no, you are going to start editing. Sorry. You are going to start right here where it says pages. Okay. So over here on the right, you're going to see insert, pages, and themes. We're going to start with pages. And we want this right now to match up with the same pages that you're going to be having that are listed on your Google website checklist. So that means we're going to have a home page, an about me page, and these 5 pages down here. So we're going to have an art portfolio page, and then we're going to have sculpture, drawing, painting, printmaking, and photography. So I want to go back into my site right here. Oops, this one. And right now I've got home, projects. This is whatever the default was. So my home right now, if your home button does not say home, if it says work or something else like that, you want to come in there first and you want to go to properties and change this first one to actually be called home. Then say done. Second one, I am actually going to change that to say about me. So I'm going to go to properties here and I'm going to say about me. Or you can say bio or biography there as well. Okay, now I have those 2 set. Now these 2 down here, this one's already got a lot of stuff on it that I don't really need. So I'm just going to delete that page. And same thing here, contact. I don't need a contact page right now, so I'm going to delete that as well. So now I have home and about me. Now I need to add my Art Foundations page and those 5 sublink pages. It's really easy. All I'm going to do is go down to the plus button right here, click that for new page, and I'm going to write Art Foundations portfolio page and say done. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create my sculpture / clay page, and I'm going to do drawing plus for painting plus for printmaking, and last is plus for photography, and say done. Now, right now, this particular template, if you come over here on the left, is where that sidebar is, and here is all of those pages I created. You may also have a template that has it across the top. So if you go to your settings right here and it says navigation mode, side or top, I actually like the top mode better, so I'm going to change mine to top. You can do whatever you want, but I can see here that I have a problem. Because right now, I want all of these categories to be subcategories within my art portfolio category. So the way to do that is very, very simple. All I need to do is drag and drop. So I'm going to bring my art portfolio page up here to the top. And now I'm just going to drag sculpture and clay right on top of the art portfolio page. And you can see how it indents it right there. And if I check right here, you can see now it's a little drop down inside of the portfolio and it's sculpture and clay. So I'm just going to do the rest of these, pull them into art portfolio and photography last. And you can change the order of these if, say, you might want to do printmaking before painting, whatever it is you do. It should look like this. So you want to match your pages to this. Next, what you want to do is you want to push publish one more time. All right. When I do publish now, you'll notice that it's going to give me these 2 windows. It tells me here is what's currently published and here is what I want to publish. I'm going to say yes, and it tells you even what changes you've made. I'm good with this, so I'm going to say publish. Now I'm going to come here to this link, but before you save your link, make sure you're on your home page. That will make sure that your link will link you to that first home page and not one of your sub pages. So click home first, then go to this link icon, and you can see the word home is at the end, and say copy link. So you never want to change the name of that home page from home, otherwise it won't know where to find you. So copy that link, and then you're going to go to the Google form that your teacher put in their Google Classroom. So for me, that was my Google Sites website post here, and here's my Google form. So you would just click on that, give your teacher your name and what period you have the class, and post your URL right there. And that's all. And say submit.